chilly morning today. I was expecting it. It's a little bit frosty out there. My dog's gone on strike. She's just lying asleep. All right, so sitting on your mat, give those legs a good old rub. All the way up, all the way down. All the way up, all the way down. All the way up, all the way down. Holding onto those feet, pull yourself forward. Stretch through those hamstrings. Pulling those elbows down towards the floor. Pulling my head towards the top of my toes. And then sitting yourself upright. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, round and back. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, round, back. Pop your hands on the floor. Push that chest forward. Bring that chin all the way up to the sky. Stretch through the neck. And then bring that chin all the way down into the chest. Stretching down the back. And then bring that chin all the way up into the sky. Lift that chest up. Use your heels and pull yourself forward onto your front bottom. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then breathing in on the out breath, push that chin down into the chest. Push those shoulders together behind you. Turn the eyes to the right side of the right leg and really pull that left ear from that left shoulder. Keep that chest lifted. And then turn the eyes to the left side of the left leg and pull that right ear away from that right shoulder. Keep that chest lifted. Use those heels to pull yourself forward. Bring those eyes back to the center. Squeeze those shoulders together. Pull that chest forward. And then bring your eyes up to horizontal. Pop your hands on your legs and slide those hands all the way down towards your feet. Hold your hands around them, so let your legs bend a little bit. Push that left knee down to the floor. Then push the right knee down. Left knee down, right knee, and then push both knees down. Let those arms stretch, let those armpits stretch. Pull on those hands and push the top of the head towards the toes. Stretching through that back. Holding on to those feet. Let the knees go a little bit. Pop those hands over those feet, toes into the crook of the wrist, and pull those toes down towards your legs. Pulling the toes down. Using your hands, pulling those toes down. And then turn the thumbs on the top of the toes and push those toes one by one away. So big toes, and the second toe, middle toe, fourth toe, and then that little pinky. And then push the thumbs on the big toe joint and turn the soles of the feet away from each other. And then put your thumbs on the underneath and turn the soles of the feet towards, so you're bending through those feet, giving them some mobility. And then let your feet go. And then sit yourself up nice and tall. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Roll those shoulders up to the ears. Put the hands on the floor. Lift the chest. Point those toes hard away from you. Bring those toes right up to the nose. Take the toes to the right. Or turn the feet to the right, like windscreen wipers. Take them to the left. Take them right. Take them left. Circle all the way around one way. 2 circles. And then all the way around the other way. Lift that chest up high, release those feet, take those hands on those legs, roll yourself all the way forward again, pull down towards those thighs, pushing those knees down to the floor, stretch through those hamstrings. Pull the toes up a bit, feel the stretch in the calf. Lift yourself up nice and tall, bring those hands up in front and roll yourself all the way down to the floor. All the way down, bring those arms all the way overhead, push those hands away from the feet, reach and stretch. Big breath in, big breath out. Pull those shoulders down towards the waist, bring those arms all the way up to the sky, draw in the core, flatten the back to the floor, and roll yourself all the way up to sitting. Rest yourself up at the top here, bring that roller in. Now I move myself down my mat, put my feet flat on the floor, knees bent. Breathing in, and on the out breath, roll back so that your bottom ribs rest on the roller. Breathing in, and on the out breath, push those ribs up. Breathing in at the bottom, and out again. Breathing in, and bring yourself up. Move that roller up a little bit. Breathing out. Lay yourself over the roller. Breathing in at the bottom here. Breathing out. Breathing in at the bottom. Bring yourself up. Move that roller up a bit. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. And bring yourself up again. And move that roller one more time. Breathe in. And then out. Let that head hang back. So my head back, my head rests on the roller. Top of the head's about 1/2 centimetre off the floor. Push that chest up. Push the back of the head into the roller. Push the tailbone down to the floor. Feel the compression in that in the back. Feel the stretch in the tummy. And then lift that head up, or just gently take hold of it and roll that roller slowly down to those bottom ribs. All the way down to those bottom ribs. And then when you're there, slowly back up to the base of the neck. Working through and over all those muscles, and then slowly down to those bottom ribs. And then slowly back up. And then leaning on the left. And then leaning over a little bit more on the left. And then leaning a little bit more on the left. And then right onto that left-hand side. All the way down, all the way up. And then slowly back onto the other, back onto the back. Rolling through those knots, over those ribs. All the way back. One more roll to get flat on the back. And then keep hold of that head. All the way down to those bottom ribs. And then over onto that right hand side. Keeping that head low. Keeping that bum low. Slowly coming over. Taking that underneath arm out straight. Going through that armpit. And those bottom ribs. And then coming back over. Slowly back. And all the way up. All the way down. And then eventually back on your back. Down to the bottom. And back up. Good, and then rest with that roller in the bra strap area. Pop the bum on the floor, have that head on the ground. Take hold of those palms together. Have them on the forehead. Take the tips of your fingers onto the floor. Slide your legs out straight. Slide your arms out straight, pushing them away. Stretching through that chest, stretching through that stomach, breathing in. Taking hold of that right hand, pulling that away. Pulling that right arm away from that right foot and release. Take hold of that left wrist. Push that left wrist away from that left foot. Stretching through that left side. And release. Push both hands away from both feet. Feel the stretch through the fascia and under the ribs. Feel the stretch through the chest. Feel the stretch through the belly. Point those toes. Bring those hands back in. Bring those feet back in. Gently. And now gently take hold of the head. Gently move the roller. If you need to bump your bottom on the floor, you can. And then just gently move up and down through that area you've just been a bit static on. Just move it, get that moving going. Bring that chin in towards the chest so we start to curve the other way. And then elbows on the roller and bring yourself up. Put your seat bones, sit yourself down on your seat bones. Take your hands on your thighs. Roll yourself all the way forward to those feet. Just stretch out that back. Reversing what the backward curve you just had. Pushing that, use your hands on your feet to pull. Push your forehead over those toes. Release those legs, lift yourself up to vertical. And then move that roller out of the way. Bring those arms up in front of you, breathing in. On the out breath, rolling down to the floor. One vertebra at a time, slowly pushing that lower back down. Slowly the middle back, slowly the upper back. Take those hands all the way over their head. Reach and push those fingers away from the toes. Bring those hands all the way up to the sky while you're putting your shoulders down to your waist. And then bring your right knee in, bring your left knee in. Lift the tailbone off the floor and release. Lift that tailbone off the floor and release. Lift that tailbone off the floor, release. Push that left leg out straight. Pull that right leg in towards the body. Pulling that right knee up towards that right shoulder. Push that left leg away. Stretch the groin. Feel the stretch through this groin. Push the tailbone into the ground. Feel the stretch come into this right hip. Release the tailbone. Feel the stretch come in that left hip flexor more. Push the tailbone down. Feel it in that right hip. Pull that right leg over your body, push your right hand away, turn your eyes right, trying to get that right ear to the floor. Pushing the right knee, following the hip after the knee, following the shoulder after the hand. Bring the tummy back into the sky, bringing the breastbone to the sky. Breathing in, breathing out. Pushing that left leg away, turning. Pushing and then roll back on the back and then pull that right knee up into the shoulder again. And pull that right leg across, pull that right hand, push that right hand away. Eyes right, really stretching through those ribs, through that core. Really pushing that shoulder after that hand. And then release that right hand and roll over onto your left hand side. Support your head with your underneath arm. Take hold of this right foot in the right hand. Clench the bum, push the pubic bone forward. Make sure the front of your body is in a line. So your pubic bone, breastbone, tummy button are all in a line. Push that right foot into that right hand. Let that right foot and hand extend forward. Backwards, sorry. Let your left foot go forward and just support the body if it needs. Pushing that right foot into the hand, stretching that right hand and foot behind you. Extending, letting it go away behind. Breathing in, breathing out. Extending that behind. And then release. And then roll over onto your back. Pull that right knee in towards your armpit again. Push that left knee away. And then turn this right leg, bring that left foot up. Put that left knee against the right foot. Pull that left leg towards, push that right knee away. Hold the leg in a rotated position. Push that right knee back into the hand, breathing in. On the out breath, release the push and stretch that leg by rotating it more. Stretch that leg by rotating it more. Release that left leg out straight. Pull that right knee in again. Pull that right leg over the body again. Feel you get more rotation. Pushing that knee down, hip follows, shoulder follows the hand. Ribs to the sky, belly to the sky. And then release on the back. Let that right leg go straight. Let those arms go overhead. Reach and lengthen. Notice the right side of the body feels flatter and straighter. Bring that left knee in. Pull that left knee up towards that left armpit. Push that right leg away. Pull that left leg up. Keep the body in neutral. Pushing the tailbone towards the floor. Bring that left leg all the way over the body. Turning the eyes left. Trying to get the left knee to the floor. Left shoulder to the ground. Shoulder after hand. Hip after knee. Feel the tension. Breathing in. Breathing out. Roll back onto the back. Bring that knee up into the armpit again, pushing the other leg away, stretching the groin. Let that tailbone lift up. Feel the stretch in the front of that right hip. Push the tailbone down. Feel the stretch through that left hip. Bring that leg over the body again. Eyes left. Left shoulder follows left hand, left hip follows left knee. Breathing in, breathing out. And then roll over onto that right side. Support your head with your underneath arm. Take hold of that left foot in the left hand. Let that right foot go forward and push that left foot into that left hand. And let that leg extend backwards. Keep your core strong so you keep your pubic bone forward. Get your core, your front of your body straight, pushing that left foot into that left hand. Extending, keeping the pubic bone forward. Breathing in. Breathing out. And release. Roll over back onto the back. Bring that left knee up into the armpit again, pushing that right leg away. Bring that left leg all the way over the body again, pushing it down to the floor. Take the eyes left, push the hand away. Roll back onto the back, take hold of that, bring that right leg up, rest the left foot on the right knee. Push that left leg away, holding that that leg rotated. Breathing in. Breathing out. Holding that leg rotated. Push that left knee into the hand. Breathing in. Breathing out, release the push and turn that leg further. Turn that leg further. And then release that right leg. Keep hold of the left leg. Pull that left knee up towards the armpit. Push that right leg away. Pull that left knee over the body. Push that left hand away. Eyes left, left shoulder to the floor. Left knee to the floor. Left hip follows. Breastbone up, ribs over. Every time, just try to stretch each of those out a little bit more. Hand away, shoulder away. Breastbone to the sky, tummy button up, knee to the floor, hip follows. And you'll feel that you get more stretch throughout. And then release. Let that left leg go away. Let those hands go away. Breathing in, push those hands overhead. Let those shoulders come up to the ears. Pull those shoulders down towards the waist. Push those shoulders up to the ears and reach those hands. Pull those shoulders down towards the waist and feel those hands drag on the floor. Bring those arms up to the sky. Bring those arms all the way down to the side. Tuck the fingers under the bottom. Push the upper arms into the floor. Lift yourself onto the top of the head. Breathing in. Fill the lungs up with air. Spread the ribs. Breathe out. Push those elbows into the floor. Lift the breastbone up high. Push the toes away. Stretch through the front of the body. Push the tailbone in the floor. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then release, lay down on the floor. Bring those arms up to 45 degrees, chin into the chest. Roll yourself up. Roll yourself up. Hands on those legs, reach all the way down towards those feet. Reaching all the way down to those feet, hold on to those ankles. Bring that chest forward, push those knees down. Breathing in, push that chest forward, push those knees down. Loosen that head and neck. Roll yourself up to vertical. Bring those arms up in front, breathe in. And on the out breath, lower slowly down to the floor again. Arms stay down by your side, fingers under the bum, breathing in. On the out breath, push off the elbows, come onto the top of the head, lift the chest up into the sky, breathing in. Breathing out, push off those elbows, squeeze those shoulders together, spreading those ribs as you breathe in. Pulling the shoulders together more as you breathe out. Lifting the chest up high, pushing the bum in the floor, point the toes. And then release that back down onto the ground. Bring those arms up in front. Bring the chin into the chest. Roll yourself all the way up. Hands on those legs. Reaching all the way down towards those feet, holding onto those ankles. Pulling yourself forward. Loosening that head and neck. Lift yourself up nice and tall. Roll yourself down to flat. All the way down to flat. Pop those hands on the floor, tap the fingers under the bum, breathe in. Push off those elbows, lift up onto the top of the head one more time, breathing in, fill the lungs up with air. Spread those ribs, really try and spread those ribs, pushing the chest up high, pushing the elbows into the floor. Pointing those toes and pushing them away. Lifting the breastbone up high, squeezing the shoulders together behind your back. And then release down to the ground. Bring those arms up. Breathing in on the out breath, chin into the chest and roll yourself all the way up. Reaching, bend those knees, hold down the soles of those feet. Pull yourself forward. Pull yourself forward. Holding here. Now push those feet away, which pushes the feet forward and the tailbone back. Push that head up over those toes. Release those hands and sit yourself up tall. Put that left hand on the right knee, right hand behind. Lift and turn. Lift and turn. Come back to the front. Put the right hand on the left knee. Left hand behind. Lift and turn the other way. Turning. Back round to the front. Bring those arms up. Roll yourself all the way down to the ground. Let those arms rest down by the side. Roll those shoulders up to the ears into the floor, drawing the core. Lift that right leg straight up in the air, point the toe. Flex the foot. Take behind that right leg with those hands. Pull that right leg towards over your head. Point the toe. Flex the foot. Circles with the toe one way. Circles the other way. Pull that leg down towards you more. Push the tailbone to the floor. Slide the hands up to the calf if you can. Lengthen. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Breathing in, holding the leg here. Now pull that leg all the way over to the floor on the left-hand side. You will feel the stretch through that iliotibial band down the outside of the leg. Put the right hand out straight. Eyes can stay to the sky, or they can look at that hand. This isn't a back stretch, this is a leg and hip stretch. Pushing that leg over, keeping that hip vertical. And then just bend that knee, bring that leg back up into the sky, have the knee bent and pull towards, so it's stretching through the groin. Lengthen that leg out straight, take those arms all the way overhead, reach and stretch. Bring those arms up, bring them back down by the side, roll the shoulders up to the ears, back and down, point the left toe, bring that left leg straight up in the air. Flex the foot. Take those hands up the back of that leg. Point the toe, bring that leg towards over your face. Slowly flex the foot. Point the toe. Flex the foot. Circles one way with that foot. Circles the other way with that foot. Pull the toe down. Slide those hands up towards the calf. Push the tailbone into the floor. Point the toe. Bring the leg in closer. Slowly flex the foot. Slowly point the toe. Slowly flex. Feel how the stretch changes as you flex and point that toe. Keep the knee straight if you can. Bend the knee and pull that leg further in towards you. And then let that knee really flop down, push that other leg away. Put that leg back out to straight, and then bring that leg all the way over to the floor on the right hand side. Pushing that left hand, so the left hand just out for stability. Keep that right leg, that left leg straight. Pushing the knee straight, pushing the hip up. So we're keeping the hip vertical. And then let that knee bend and come back up. Pull that knee in towards the chest, pushing that other leg away. Let go of that left leg, let it go all the way straight. Take those arms all the way overhead, reach and stretch, pushing those fingers away. Pull the shoulders down towards the waist, bring those hands up into the sky. Chin into the chest and roll yourself all the way up to sitting, reaching all the way forwards. Reaching all the way forwards. And then sit yourself up nice and tall. Swing your legs around. Emma, can you kneel? Can you go on all fours? Okay. Come on to all fours. So hands are under the shoulders. Knees are under the hips. Turn the tailbone down, push that back up. Turn that tailbone up, push that back down, bring the eyes up. Turn that tailbone down, bring the back up, eyes down. Turn that tailbone up, bring that back up. So back down, bring those eyes up. Come into that neutral position and bring the right ear around to the right hip, stretching that left side. And then take that left ear around to the left hip, stretching that right hand side. Come back to the center. Sink the belly down a bit, bring the tailbone up a bit and just glide. So we've got gliding, shutting the hips. So either glide the bum back or Emma and Sandra lower that tummy down towards those thighs. So you're flexing that hip joint. You don't have to bend the knee anymore. If you want to, Hilary and Hattie, go back with the bum like that. Back with the bum. Keep the hands where they are on the floor. And then lift yourself back up. So it's stretching that hip is what I'm wanting. Taking the bum back, taking that tummy onto those thighs. Lowering, flexing at that hip. Push the tailbone into the air so that we're trying to keep the spine in neutral as we flex. And then coming back up. So on all fours, pull those knees apart and engage those glutes. Glide your bum back or lower your body back a little bit so we're stretching through that hip. And then bring yourself back up. Holding here, keep the hips above the knees like that. Slide those hands forward. So similar, we are closing the hip down, but we're focusing on taking the chest to the floor. Pushing that chest to the ground, getting the chin on the floor. Reaching those arms forward and stretching through those armpits. So pushing those forearms into the ground, breathing in. Breathing out. Push those forearms into the floor. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then reach and lengthen those arms forward more. Take that chin down, take that chest down if you can. And then walk those hands back or slide them back. You're meant to be able to bring your body up and slide, but don't worry about that for the moment. Turn that tailbone down, push that back up, bring the eyes down. Pull those knees away from each other, keeping them still on the mat. Slide those hands forward. Keeping those glutes engaged, lower that chest to the floor, push those hands away. Breathing in. Breathing out. So you can do this with your arms up a wall. Bring that chin onto the floor if you can, forehead on the floor. Pushing the chest down, breathing in. Breathing out. Reach those hands forward. And And then lift yourself up tall. Turn the tailbone down, bring those eyes down, push that back up. Turn that tailbone up, bring that belly down, bring those eyes up, pull those shoulder blades back. Slide those hands forward, taking that tummy down, bring that chest down. Reach those hands forward, breathing in. Breathing out. Reaching. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then bring yourself all the way back up. Turn the tailbone down, push the back up, stretching. Turn that tailbone up, bring the belly down, bring those eyes up. Good, come into neutral. Come down onto your elbows. Link your, hold on to the palms of the hands together and take those legs out behind so we come into the plank. Glide yourself forward. Glide yourself back. Glide yourself forward. Glide yourself back. Gliding forward, keep those shoulders back and down, keep that core strong. Gliding forward, gliding back. Gliding forward, gliding back. Drop the left knee, drop the right knee, lower yourself onto your tummy. Rest your hands on your forehead on your hands. Draw your core in, make sure that your belly is lifted off the floor. Clench the bum, push the pubic bone in the ground and lift those legs up. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Bring that right leg up to the sky for 5, 4. No movement of the hip or tummy. 2, 1. Keep the legs there. Bring that left leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that right leg up for 3, 2, 1. Bring the left leg for 3, 2, 1. Bring the right leg up for 3, 2, 1. Hold it higher. Pulse it higher. 3, 2, 1. Bring the left leg up for 3, 2. Hold it up at 1. Pulse it higher. 3, 2, 1. Bring both legs up for 5. Touch the toes to the floor. 4. Toes down. 3. Down. 2. Down. 1. And rest. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Forehead on the ground, let those hands slide out wide. Draw the top core in, lift the belly up. Push the pubic bone in the ground, clench the bum, lengthen those legs, knees and feet just off the floor. Breathing in. Breathing out, lift the hands and forearms up and lower. Hands and forearms up and lower. Hands and forearms up and lower. Hands and forearms up, hold them there. Lift the whole arm up for 5. Tap the elbow down. 4. Elbow only down. 3. Bum engaged, legs up. 2. Hold up at 1. Pulse those arms up for 5. 4. 3. 2. Hold them up at 1. Bring the right leg, left hand higher for 3, 2, 1. Left leg, right hand higher for 3, 2, 1. Both hands, both legs. 3, 2, 1. And release. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Push off those forearms and lift that chest up. Keep the bottom ribs on the floor, belly lifted, pubic bone down, lengthen the legs, lift them up. Push those arms in the floor. Imagine you're sliding forward on the mat. Push the chest towards the front of the mat. Open that chest like you did in that puppy. And release. Breathing in. On the out breath, roll the shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Push those forearms into the floor. Lift that chest. Keep the bottom rib down. Draw the tummy in. Clench the bum. Lift those legs up. Breathing in on the out breath. Push that chest forward. Push those legs away. Push that chest forward. Push those toes away. Hold yourself. Bring those arms off the floor. Keep the belly lifted. Pulse the arms up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the eyes looking to the floor so you haven't got a bend in your neck. Pass those arms up for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold for 1. Lift the right hand, left leg for 3, 2, 1. Left hand, right leg, 3, 2, 1. Both hands, both legs, 3, 2. Belly's lifted, 1, and release. Lower everything down. Breathing in, breathing out. Lift that chest up off the floor, pushing those forearms in the ground. Lift the belly up, clench the bum, push the pubic bone in the floor and lift the legs. Pushing those arms in the floor, pushing the head towards the wall in front of you. Pushing the toes to the wall behind you, lengthening your body, making it long. Legs are off the ground. Only thing on the ground is the forearms, bottom ribs, and the pubic bone. Breathing in. Lift those arms up. Breathing out. Straighten those arms in front of you. Bring those elbows back to the waist. Push those arms forward in front. Lift the left arm, right leg. 3, 2, 1. Right arm, left leg. 3, 2, 1. Bring the elbows back to the side. Bring those forearms and hands up to the sky for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring both legs up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower everything down. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, down and back. If you feel cramp in your legs, then you're not using enough bum. So in theory, we should be only using bum and upper back muscles. Slide those hands down towards the bottom ribs. Breathing in. Lift that chest up off the floor. Squeeze those shoulders together. Clench the bum, lift those legs off the ground. Knees are off the floor. Push off those hands and roll onto those thighs. Lower onto the bottom ribs. Push off the hands and come onto those thighs. Keep those shoulders squeezed together. Ease and come onto those bottom ribs. You should be able to do this one. Push off those hands and come onto those thighs. Keep those shoulders together so we're flexing the hip flexor here. Ease and come down to those bottom ribs. Push off those hands, come onto the thighs, clenching with the bum, so you're really pushing the bum in the floor, flexing those, extending the hip flexor. Ease onto those bottom ribs. Right, Emma, we're going to go onto the knees, so I accept you can't do this. Keep your shoulders back, breathing in. Push off to those, onto those thighs. Now straighten the arms and come onto the knees. Pointing the toes, tighten the knees and push the toes away from the top of the head. Lengthening that body. Drop the knees, push the bum in the air and go back into child pose. Stretching through that back. Breathing in. Breathing out. Push those hands forward. Breathing in. Breathing out. Walk those hands to the right, left side of the mat. Stretch through that right side. And then walk those hands to the right and stretch through the left. And back to the middle, push those hands away from the feet. Pulling those knees apart, come up onto all fours. Turn that tailbone down, push that back up, eyes down. Turn that tailbone up, bring that chest down, bring those eyes up. Come down onto your side on the mat. Just going to do the clam. Knees stacked, rest the head on the bottom hand. So this is good for all you hippie knee people. Right, one hip on top of the other one. Bring that top leg up and lower. 2 and down. 3 and down. 4 down. 5, 6, 7, hold it up at 8, hold it up at 8. Take that whole leg backwards. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet together, up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold up at 1. Take that whole leg backwards for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet together, down and up for 3, 2, 1. Hold that knee up, go backwards for 3, 2, 1. Good. Lower that leg down. Give that bum a bash. Give that bum a pat. Wake it up and roll over onto the other side. Support the underneath on the head. Stack those knees. Make sure the hips one above the other. Little raise of that lower of the waist so the spine's straight. Spine parallel to the floor. It's not sinking down at the waist. Lift the top knee up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up at 1. Take it back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it up and down for 5, 4. Don't move the hip. 3, just the leg. 2, 1. Hold it up at 1. Take it backwards for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it up and down for 3, 2, 1. Hold it up at 1. Take it backwards for 3, 2, 1. And then relax. Give your bum a bit of a pat. Lengthen those legs out. Lie yourself over on your back. Put those legs out straight. Take those arms up in the sky. Take them all the way over the head. Reach and stretch. Let those shoulders come up to the ears. Pull those shoulders down to the waist. Bring those arms up into the sky. Bring that chin into the chest. Roll yourself all the way up to sitting. Hands on the legs. Rolling all the way forward, but bend those knees. Pull the armpits onto the knees. Make sure the feet are vertical. Push those knees to the floor. Pull that body, pushing the head forward over those toes. Lift yourself up vertical. Hold yourself straight. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down. Put those hands on the floor. Lift that chest up high. Bring the toes to the nose. Bring those hands all the way forward, all the way up into the sky, keeping yourself vertical. Bring those hands all the way out wide. Dust the floor. Bring them all the way back up in the sky. Breathing in. On the out breath, push those hands up higher, lifting that chest. Breathing in. On the out breath, push those hands up higher, lifting that chest. Release those arms out wide. Rest them on your legs. And roll your shoulders. Good work, girls.